Hey, what's up you guys? So in my last video, my scars and their stories, I said that if you guys would like, I would, got a bit of hair hanging out, I would do this video which is basically explaining everything, and I thought, why not do it anyway? So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I don't want this video to be 20 hours long, so I'm just gonna do like the quick version. So I was born by C-section because I was upside down. That's that, and then 5 months later, why do I keep doing this? 5 months later, Mum took me to the GP because I was really ill, and it wasn't a great time. So they took me to my GP and they told us that I had pneumonia. Well, first they said a viral infection, and they were like, really? Like, really? And then they said pneumonia, and then a month later I was diagnosed with neuroblastoma at 6 months old. At 6 months old. Neuroblastoma is a type of cancer, for those of you who don't know. It is a nerve cancer. And mine was stage 4 neuroblastoma, which is basically the worst it can get. It was crushing my spine, which is, ow, that hurt, which is why I am paralysed. If you didn't know that, I am paralysed from the waist down. I cannot walk at all, and that is why, basically. The tumour was crushing my spine. It completely like severed the nerves that led to like my legs and stuff. I don't really know how it works. I'm not a doctor. Don't quote me on things. But yeah, that is basically that. And then I was on chemo up until just after my first birthday, I think. Obviously I don't remember any of this. I'm going off like my mum's word. Yeah, I had chemo up until just after my first birthday. And I seemed to be alright, but it was still there. The tumour was still there, so, well, basically, I getting all confused. They tried to take out the tumour, it didn't really work. So there's still some there, but it's not like doing anything to me, it's inactive. So basically I still have it, but it's just there, it just lives inside of me. But it's not gonna like cause me any harm. It's just living there. So yeah, and then when I was 2, I got my first chair. It was a little blue one. I remember it quite well. I remember I have a picture of me and my brother. I was obviously in the chair and my brother was leaning on the handle, I think. But I remember that little blue one. I was tiny then. Look how I changed. If I can find any pictures, I'll insert them at the end of the video. But yeah, that was my first chair, and then at 3, I got spinal. I hate technology. My camera just shut off because I got an ad. If you don't know what spinal rods are, basically they're like metal. I don't know what they're made out of. Some kind of metal. But don't worry, it's not like iron or anything. So you're not. Huh? In a bit. So you're not gonna like stick to like magnets. Yeah, so you're not gonna like, if someone puts a magnet to your back, you're not gonna stick to it. I don't know, I want to say titanium, but that's just like quite ironic. But I'm pretty sure it's not titanium. It's not iron. It's not like anything magnetic. It's like, it's metal. But mine go from all the way from the top of my neck to the bottom of my back. It's like the whole length of my spine. Some aren't like that. Also, mine are fused, which basically means that my spine is never going to grow. So if my legs grow even more, I'm going to be like a midget with lanky long legs. So that's going to be fun. But anyway, yeah, so basically mine are fused. So my spine is not going to grow anymore. I had that operation to fuse my spine when I was, I think, 10 or 9. They normally do it about my age now, or like a couple of years ago. Basically, between like 13 and 15 is when you would normally get this operation to fuse your spine. But a screw in my neck, basically it's made up of loads of different screws and bolts and stuff. One of the screws in my neck had like moved or come loose or something, so they just decided to fuse it there and then, rather than fixing it and maybe it breaking again. So I had that when I was 10, and when I was 8, I had the Mitrophanoff and ACE and bladder augmentation surgery, which was the one that I did the video about. That's the one to help me go to the toilet. If you didn't watch that video, it's 2 tubes. That's for 2 tubes. One that goes into my bladder, one that goes into my bowel, and help me, go to the toilet. I don't need to go into any more detail about that. I'm sure you can imagine. Don't do that. Yeah, so that was that one, and then ever since then I've had little surgeries on and off, but nothing really major. A few years ago I had to get some polyps removed from my Mitrophanoff channel. It was blocking it up and the tube wouldn't go in, and it was a whole situation. That was another thing actually. The Mitrophanoff actually failed, so I have to leave a tube in all the time. Normally, with patients that their operations actually work, normally you'd be able to take it out when you're finished, and just pop one in when you need to go to the toilet. But with me I can't do that. I have to leave one in all the time and just change it when I have a shower, which is normally like every morning pretty much, and just kind of change it as and when. But yeah, basically there's like a kink in the channel, so I'm not going to show you. I was going to go like that and I'm not going to do that. As you put the tube in, it kind of like has to go kind of down, like that's like my finger is the channel right there, so the tube can't go straight, it has to bend and go down, so we have a bit of trouble with that. So I have to leave it in, but hey ho, it's better than it was before. What else? Yeah, I actually 2.5 years ago maybe, or 2 years ago, I think I had an operation on my neck because it was causing a lot of pain. And what did they actually, that's what they did, they trimmed the top of the rod, because they thought allegedly that it was digging into my skin and kind of sticking in to my skin. So they trimmed that. It completely did nothing. I'm still kind of in a lot of pain with my neck. I just kind of found other ways to deal with it, I guess. But yeah, they're still looking into it. They've referred me to pain management. Have an appointment with them coming up soon. Hopefully they can kind of figure out what's going on with it. Originally they thought I had a neuroma. That was quite Australian. I don't know where that came from. They thought I had a neuroma. Then they decided to get my mum to massage it. That made it so much worse. I was getting bruises from literally just lightly rubbing it like that. Just getting a bruise from doing that. And then after that they were like, okay, don't do that. Don't massage it anymore. Because it seems like you're just making it worse. It was. And then they said a Chiari malformation, and we haven't heard anything about that since. This was like last year. No, probably before last year they said that. and I've done research on it and everything, and it seems logical, but I'm not a doctor, I wouldn't know. They say it's not, so I'm gonna go with them, although who knows. Yeah, then you have me now, I guess. Also, I feel like I look so odd with my hair like this. I used to do this when I had really long hair, when it was like down to my butt like 3 years ago. Anyway, that's not part of this video. Yeah, I have many scars, but I deal with it. What else can you do? Yeah, so that's my story. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Also, let me know in the comments down below what video you would like me to do next. Let me know if you want to see medical videos, or if you want to see makeup tutorials, or basically anything you want to see. I will film it. I'm quite happy. I'm quite open about things, so yeah. Also, leave me some questions, because I want to do a Q&A soon. Leave me some questions, either in the comments, or you can go to my Instagram and leave me some questions over there. My Instagram is Megan_Hierons. I will leave a link in the description if I remember. A lot of the time I don't. But yeah, let me know questions. That's a weird noise. Questions and other video ideas. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Okay, bye guys.